Thank you so much for having me. Mentioned I've been in the health and wellness industry for about 5 years, and I have always kind of talked about for myself, I like to call it the trifecta of wellness, something that I share for myself, but also for my clients, which is solely focused on fitness, on mindset, and then, of course, that third piece being nutrition. And so I feel like for myself and for my clients, I've noticed that nutrition is the thing that is kind of a constant roller coaster for most of us. So sometimes we feel like we're really on it, we're doing great. And then other times things get hard, especially when we don't have, things get complicated and we feel like we just want to grab what's fast and simple. And then that's kind of where we end up falling off track. So for me, about 3 months ago, I was in a space where I was looking for something new for nutrition that could be easy, that not only could I, be an advocate for my clients, but also something that I could currently use. Right now, I'm actually still pregnant. I'm 7 months pregnant. Obviously, if you've ever been pregnant and searched for supplements to take, it can be really difficult to find something that's safe and effective. So for me, that was the biggest thing is I was tired of constantly like having all these different supplements that I would bring each ingredient to, my midwife or my OB to have them check everything. And it was kind of like a constant like, oh, we're not really sure about this ingredient or about this. So you kind of have to make your own decision. Whereas when I came across Purium, one of my really good friends who I have worked with in a previous business and also known her for years, she started using it, and I was watching her on Instagram, watching her share her story. And once I took these ingredients to my midwife and I said, what do you think about these? And immediately, like no hesitation, of course, with the exception of the super cleanser, everything else, she was like, this is amazing. Like, this is great. Go for it. And I was so happy and relieved to hear that. And so I just immediately started taking it all, using the ULT, and I was feeling so good. Even my first week, I was noticing that even while pregnant, my bloating, my digestion was better. And I remember writing on my tracker that we get, it asks to describe in one word how you're feeling. And before the program, I had wrote heavy, like obviously while pregnant, that's a very common. Just 1 week later, I filled it out again and I really felt that I felt lighter. And I thought that was so incredible, especially while pregnant. So another thing for me was sleep. I have always slept terrible. Like I just have always had that struggle no matter what. A really hard time falling asleep, but also just waking up multiple times in the night. And so within that first week also, I experienced just deeper sleep, but also I remember I had my first night where I went to sleep and I literally woke up in the morning. Like I hadn't woke up once throughout the night. I was like, what just happened? It blew me away.
Right.
Um,
You're like, is this real or am I still dreaming?
Yes, especially right now, I am soaking up all the sleep because I have a toddler who's like now sleeping well through the night and then about to have a newborn. So I'm preparing myself.
Yes.
So enjoying that sleep for sure. And then one of the biggest things for me that I noticed is that I've always struggled with emotional eating in the past, something I help a lot of clients with as well. And it's something that, I tie in, of course, that mindset aspect. There's so much involved in emotions when it comes to our eating. And so
Absolutely.
sometimes it's hard to have control of what we're taking in. And a lot of that comes from, like I said, things not being easy or accessible for us. And so that was my favorite thing, has been my favorite thing so far with Purium is that it's so easy to get that dense nutrition. And when I do that, I feel like my cravings go away. Like I don't have the cravings for the junk and the easy kid food that might be lying around my house. And that for the first time, honestly, I feel like I have full control of my nutrition and I feel really satisfied knowing that I'm getting those good things in first. And then I'm able to, when I do eat other things, and I have snacks later in the day or have my full meal, I notice that what I crave is just more of that dense nutrition. So that has been amazing for me as well. And I've just overall been really, really happy with, the results, not only for myself, but also having something that I am more than happy to share with my clients.
Well, that is amazing, and you hit on so many points that we face as women when we're pregnant and when we're not pregnant. We have cravings, we're feeling heavy. I mean, I love that you wrote heavy and then you on your tracker a few days later wrote lighter. I love that. And the bloating, the inflammation normalizing, the improved sleep. I mean, of course, everyone, especially when you're pregnant, but if you're healing really from anything, if you so it you don't have to be pregnant to need good sleep. Everybody needs good sleep. And I'm so happy that it is happening for you and that this premise that we believe so deeply here at Purium, that the quality of food that you eat equals the quality of life that you live. What you just described was up-leveling your quality of life. Would you agree with that statement?
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, sometimes I would hear on the calls so many people struggle with chronic illnesses and different things, and this has helped them in so many ways. But for me, I feel like I kind of come from the other spectrum of things where, I come from a nutrition, from a fitness nutrition mindset background. I'm already in this wellness place, but I had this missing piece, and Purium has really filled that for me.